Hey, this is Chris Jericho, and you're listening to Awesome Pod, the only wrestling pod that I listen to.
It's Thursday, and you know what that means. It's Darcy the Mail Girl, Shorty Taylor, and Brendan Patrizzo. Explain Dynamite and Rampage, we are here.
And Mistress Harley.
Hello again, Raggedy Bitches. We are the Awesome Podcast. We're not like other wrestling podcasts in part because tonight it is just me, Mistress Harley, and my beautiful co-host, Darcy the Mail Girl, aka Diana Prince.
What's up? Girls Night.
Girls Night. We watched all the wrestling and we're going to talk about all the angles. Yes, well,
I watched most of the wrestling.
Tell us what you mean, because you were there for
I
some
was
of
there.
it.
Okay. This has been an insane amount of travel / work week for me. So I was in person with my dad.
With my
dad. At the Charleston show. So I saw Dynamite and Rampage in person. And I was hoping I could catch up on Collision today, but I haven't had a chance. So guide me through Collision, but we can talk about the other stuff.
Yes, I will be your guide. But first, I
Yay.
have to know, how was the mood in Charleston, and did your dad like it?
Okay, so the mood was amazing. I gotta be real. The attendance was not what I was hoping. It's probably the smallest attended show that I've seen, but I do understand why. There's like a little bit of a break in between publicity teams right now. And so it was nobody's responsibility. So there was literally zero knowledge out there. Every single person I talked to in Charleston said there's wrestling this week and like wanted to go once they knew. But I think the official is like 2,200 or something,
So it wasn't even on the radio, like the local monster truck rally, like come see Truckzilla and AEW. Oh,
nobody knew anything. When I got there, I was like, am I in the wrong place? Because there was like
no
lines, no nothing. But my dad, who's a newbie, was like, oh, attendance is pretty good. I'm like, is it?
Oh, was it his first wrestling show or AEW?
So I took him to AEW in Charlotte, but I didn't really plan that one out very well, and I didn't get to sit with him, and he wasn't very happy at that one. So this is different. I took him to the floor, got him like sat him next to me, guided him through the whole thing. So he had a much different experience this time. Was super into it. But before I get to that, I want to say, even though the crowd was smaller than normal, it was a fucking mighty crowd. Like they were so happy to be there. And at one point, Tony came out and the crowd chanted like, please come back, please come back. And he stopped and just indulged that and like let them chant that for a while. So they were very excited, and I hope they do come back, and I will go out of my way to promote the fuck out of it if they do, because everyone there, I promise you, had an amazing time. They were so happy and so into it, and some of the best signs I've seen fucking forever. There was a Don Callis dude there, complete with like a bald cap. It was amazing.
I feel like there is, and maybe I've talked about this before, but there is a slippery slope of wrestling cosplay, cross-dressing. Like it's just all a slippery slope of fun, if you ask me. But that is fantastic. And the crowd seemed really into it on TV. Like I could hear the chants.
I have heard the same dumbass people that keep wanting to start rumors saying they're piping in sound, blah, blah, blah. I promise you, I've been at the last like 3 shows or whatever. No, they're fucking not. This is authentic. The crowd is fucking into it. Like, shut the fuck up and quit hating so much. One person in the crowd had a sign that said, quit fighting online. The first picture I took when I walked in, I was like,
online.
yes. I was like, thank you, sir.
You know, I've watched a lot of old kung fu movies with dubbed in English soundtrack. And one of the things I notice is that the lips and the soundtrack never quite match, but they have like really good CGI if they're piping in the chants and also able to change the people's mouths on TV to make it
Thank
look
you.
like they're
It's
really saying that.
it's
Like, wow,
obnoxious,
they must have a huge budget,
but you
internet
know what?
trolls.
When you know that it's not, it's like a compliment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like people saying, "Oh, you photoshopped this picture." No, I didn't. Thank you.
Mhm.
You know?
No,
Because
I
that's
actually look that good, bitches.
I
Sorry.
know, exactly. It's like, "Oh, cool, thank you." Thank you for
Yes.
thinking the crowd was, like, fake because it was so amazing. Because they were that amazing, that into it. It was so sweet.
I
And my
loved that.
dad, I really tried to get him on tonight, but he's shy. He was like, "Maybe next time."
Well, remember, you can always casually at dinner to ask him about some wrestling, voice record it on your phone,
You
and
know
we
what?
will edit
I
it
should
into
have
the
tried to do that.
episode.
I
Yes.
will tell you his favorite wrestler, who I am shocked by. This is a 70, soon to be 4-year-old man. Have a guess who stood out to him that he would
I
not
mean,
stop talking about.
I would want to say Dustin Rhodes because
You
of the
you would think
legacy.
that, which by the way, there's like a 6-year-old next to me who it was his first wrestling experience, and Dustin Rose was his favorite. I'm like, okay,
Oh, heartwarming as
I know.
fuck.
I'm like, well, all right. Was not expecting that. My dad's favorite was Hook.
Oh,
He
young
was not
Hook.
stopping talking about Hook, man. I'm like, okay, I like Hook too.
Did you tell him that Hook's dad, Taz, was there watching Hook get his ass handed to him? Did you
I
explain?
did. I explained. I was glad I got to sit with him this time because I explained all that to him. He was very impressed by the fact that he picked up Samoa Joe. So
Yeah.
he was like, "What? That little
Yes.
child picked up Samoa Joe?"
Yes. We will talk all about that because arguably one of the most impressive moments. It was Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, WrestleMania worthy.
Exactly.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes.
So Hook
So,
has a new fan in my dad.
ooh, yeah, Hook. And yeah, Darcy's dad. Yeah. I love it. I fucking love it. I love taking people of the older generations to wrestling. There's always like a grandma. There's always a grandma losing her mind. Like, kill him, fucking kill him. And I'm
Yes,
just like, yes,
that is gonna be
grandma.
me one day, man.
That's gonna be us, Golden Girl.
With our
So
tits hanging out still.
yes. And they'll still look better than those other girls.
That's right.
So
We got to get them redone. Then fucking
fuck yeah,
they'll be
girls
brand new when we're
trip.
80.
Well, we got to keep it young on average. So,
Exactly.
so let's start. Can we start with Dynamite of January 17?
Of course. And we missed this partly because of my dad. There's a lot going on. So that's why we're
No,
recapping
no,
late.
no. Don't blame your father.
I'm not blaming it.
I
I'm just
instead,
explaining.
no, I blame the male co-hosts of this show, the Awesome
Oh,
Podcast.
that's true. They
Where
could have
is
filled in for
Brendan?
me.
Where is Johnny? Mistress Harley is here doing the work, watching the wrestling, and where are the boys? I don't
Damn
fucking
right.
care.
You know
They're
what?
not
That is a
here.
very good point. They could have stepped in for me when I couldn't be here. So,
That's
all right.
right. And fight me about it in the ring. So we start out January 17th, AEW Dynamite in North Charleston in South Carolina,
Woo
which is
woo.
confusing, North and South together. But they started out with the championship match. Did you get a dark match that we didn't see before Christian Cage and Nick Wayne and Kill Switch versus Dustin Rhodes?
Um, Probably, but I think I got there like so late that I don't really remember. So
You know
let's
what,
say I
girl?
don't know.
I show up late to wrestling too to get the good stuff. I admit it. So
My dad's really, really, really slow. So it took a long time to like find him and get him seated and situated. And by the time we got there, I think we had like 4 seconds. So
yeah, you got to get
just in time.
down. So in time for Christian Cage, Justin Rhodes, you were there
Yes,
for that.
we saw that for sure.
Okay, watching this match, I was like, wow, Cage kind of looks like the young guy in the ring today. But Dustin was giving it. He was giving it all.
It
And
was
it,
fucking awesome. Dustin was
yes,
killing it.
And you had a little kid next to you who was all
He
Dustin
loved
all the
it.
time.
Yes. He was all
Yes.
about Dustin. Even before this match, he came in as a Dustin fan. Like, we sat down, the dad was like, "Oh, it's his first wrestling event too," or whatever. And we're
Aw.
like, "Who's your favorite?" He's like, "Dustin Rhodes." I'm like, "Okay, kid, that's awesome."
Yes. Go kid. You have excellent taste for child, young sir.
And
Um,
he got a fucking amazing match. So I was so happy for
yes.
him.
No, it was amazing. And so the patriarch crushed the patriarchy, but Christian Cage did win with the kill switch. Uh so how was the crowd? How did it feel? How were the
Crowd
people?
crowd from jump was into it, cheering their asses off. It was an awesome crowd. I was so proud. Other than the small turnout, I was proud of my hometown.
Yeah.
But
You
they didn't
know,
know. I promise that they knew. Everybody I talked to in passing was like, if I knew, I'd be going. So, like, next time, AEW, let's get the word out.
that's right. We will take over the internets. We will take to the digital streets. We'll
Charleston,
make
let's
sure
go.
that the people know that there is wrestling about. And what is there better to do? I honestly don't know.
Not in
Um,
Charleston on a Wednesday night.
yes, yes. But Cage, like, he's so over in that heel way. I felt
Yes.
like he had the crowd, like, I know exactly when to make you hate me. I will make you boo me so hard. Like, it was all
Oh,
very manipulative, and I appreciated it.
he is so, so good at that. And
Mhm.
my dad was very confused. He's like, why is he wearing a turtleneck? And I'm like,
Ah!
oh, that's part of his thing. And we're so used to it. I didn't even think about it. I'm like, I guess that could look weird.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
is he
like
wearing a mock turtleneck?
yeah, he's like doing Shaft, but now. Um, I thought it was so cool also to see Dustin Rhodes doing the Code Red still. I'm like, all right, he still got it. And I heard the crowd chanting for him.
You
Like,
still got it.
yes, I loved it. So, cute. Like always a strong opening match, but also like
Always.
the heart.
Yeah. It was so good. And
It
I was
was.
so happy.
Yes. So dad's first wrestling match. Oh my god, I wish you'd made a documentary. Um
It's true. I have a picture of him looking really annoyed that I posted on Instagram if anybody wants to see
yes.
that.
I am going to your Instagram right now because I
Yay.
definitely want to see annoyed dad at wrestling. Um, our next match was Penta and Commander, Incredible Luchas, versus Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta. You know, Darcy, I love Lucha, Mas Lucha, and somehow Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta managed to defeat like the acrobats of the sky with their hands in their pockets.
Because
Boo.
Orange Cassidy's amazing. When will
Boo.
you acknowledge this man?
When he takes his hands out of his pockets
He-
like a grown ass man. How'd your dad feel about it?
um, I don't remember having strong thoughts about this because I definitely was biased. So I was like, Orange Cassidy's amazing. You're gonna love him. He's so great. And he was just like, yep.
Okay. All right. So dad was like doing you a solid. Like, yeah, Orange Cassidy.
He
He's
was trying to
he's
wrap
so
his
good.
head around the whole thing, you know? I think he was still in shock after the dinosaur and all that. It's like,
Ah!
okay, this one's a little bit more normal.
Did you have to walk him through it? Like, okay, dad, this is Luchasaurus.
Oh,
And
yes,
yes.
absolutely. Like but he definitely got it more this time. Like last time his only comment was, "Why do people sit down and stand up so much?"
You know, we should make a YouTube video that's like, remember Rocky Horror Picture Show and taking Rocky virgins? Like, we should do a how to take a wrestling virgin to a wrestling
Oh,
show.
let's do it. That's
Yes.
my
And
favorite thing. I love taking newbies and getting their reaction.
yes, pop their cherries and watch them ask you why a grown man is dressed as a dinosaur. Like, it's
Because he's a
awesome.
real dinosaur, duh.
Yes. No, it's awesome. It's like I explain these things to my friends and they're like, this is what you do for fun. I'm like, what else is there?
I know. What's more fun than this? That's,
Yes. And
in reason.
you can argue with your friends about Orange Cassidy and it doesn't matter. You can still go eat popcorn later. It's not a big deal. What I will say about the Luchas versus Orange Cassidy match is that everybody's really fast. Like their speed was
That's true.
matched right. Like dancers, everybody was doing the same dance, you know?
I think, oh, you know what? My dad actually had that exact comment. He said it was like a dance. And he said some of these people should consider being on Dancing with the Stars. And I said, They do. I know
They do.
Jericho has been on. I don't know who else has, but I'm like, that's
I believe Nikki Bella met her current husband and
oh
baby
no way.
daddy on Dancing with the Stars. Yes, because it takes that working together and that timing, and you can really tell who's a good dancer and who's a good dance partner. Who's going to throw you in the air like a ballerina and catch your ass, and who's going to drop you because they forgot they're supposed to be there. You really can tell.
I mean, that was a very astute observation from him.
I love that. Your dad and me on the same page on that one.
For sure.
Yes, but I thought that was a really fun match, like a birthday party match, you know? like
What?
like here's all the funnest like spots, you know? Here's all the quickest funnest spots.
Okay.
But
Like a birthday party.
yeah, like a birthday party. But before Cassidy even had a chance to celebrate, they started, but then the Kingdom and Roderick Strong came out, and Strong wants the IC title. In
Oh
short,
man, that
he
was
said
fun.
words, but he wants the IC title.
Okay, that was fucking fun. When he came out, the crowd was not having it. There was so much shut the fuck up, boos. It was just amazing. You could tell he was getting annoyed, but in a good way, because like he couldn't talk. We were all just like, shut the fuck up.
Yes, that's heat. That's real heat.
It was amazing. I love that for him.
And I encourage you, gentle listeners, start whatting your friends and family when they say stuff you don't like. The Stone Cold Steve Austin, what? What? Like, eventually they will stop talking. It's incredibly effective.
All right. I will
Yeah.
try to bring that next time. I've always been partial to shut the fuck up, but
I mean,
we'll
I
do
like
what?
shut the fuck up too, but it's more syllables than what.
I think that's why I like it. It's more satisfying.
Yes, but I do like watching Orange Cassidy get his ass kicked. And so some of Penta's
Sure.
picks on Orange Cassidy, I could hear them on TV, like that meat smack 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 sound. I mean, you know, like I like
There's a
watching
lot
a
of
man
meaty
get beat.
smacking for
Ooh,
sure.
yeah, a lot of smacking. I liked it. I like watching men get hurt for my entertainment. So the next match we got was the Mogul Embassy versus Bullet Club Gold. And there was, first it started with Mark Briscoe and a really cute like tribute
Aw,
to his
yeah.
brother. Did you guys see that in the ring or in the
We
auditorium?
did. And I had to explain to him what the heck was going on. And like, this
Aw.
is like the 1 year anniversary of his brother's death. And
Right, because the nieces were there too. He brought out like the surviving nieces and
yeah,
did
it was a really sweet, sad moment.
Did everybody have, like, dust in their eye? Because like, I wasn't crying, but there was
Totally.
dust in my eye. But then we got wrestling. Although, okay, wait, there was also that segment with Renee Paquette where, Nick and Matt Jackson demand to be called Nicholas and Matthew from now on.
Oh,
Like,
there's a lot of shut the fuck. I don't think anybody listened to that at all. We were all just boo and shut up and like hating on that. The second they started talking, no one was listening to them. That's for sure.
it reminded me of the Thanksgiving where the 15-year-olds are like, we don't have to sit at the kids' table anymore. And everybody over 20 is like, no, you are still children. Go away. Go back.
But our mustaches mean we're cool, man.
That is peach fuzz. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Yeah. But then we got the Mogul Embassy Bullet Club Gold for the win. It was a 6-man match, so it was like a lot of men and a
Lots
lot
of
of
meat.
so much meat. I mean, there was Prince Nana interference, Anthony Bowens like there was so much
Yes.
going on. It looked like pandemonium. Did it feel like it?
It was so much pandemonium. And I love that for my dad. I was like, oh my God, like trying to explain everything to him. It's like, okay, so this and this. And then Anthony Bowen's coming out. I had my foam scissors with me. I'm like, this is him. This is that.
Yes. This is that. This is what this is. Oh my God.
Yes.
That's adorable. That's so fucking adorable.
It was very cute. I should have been taping it more, that's for sure.
Oh my God. But that is cute. But it was really fun to watch on TV. Just a lot of pandemonium, a lot of men's. Bullet Club Gold defeated Mogul Embassy. But it was like a lot of heel action, a lot of heel energy. And you know I like that heel energy. Like from
Yeah.
everybody.
It was a super fun match. They just put on a great show. I was so happy that my dad saw like such a good show.
Okay, so ghosts are dead people, which means living people are alive ghosts. And so I would like your dad to do a live ghost rating for this episode.
I can't fully follow that, but okay.
Well, he's alive, so he's
Like,
an alive
what would my
ghost.
dad say? That
Yeah,
kind of thing?
yeah, yeah.
All right. His ass is asleep right now, but I'll guess for him.
Okay, unconscious ghost. I accept it.
Okay.
So, I can't say Italian names. So instead, I'm going to say that our next match was a women's match with Anna Jay versus Diana the Virtuosa.
There you go.
Yeah, Diana the Virtuosa did win the match, so I should probably learn how to say Italian names. But Tony Storm was on commentary. Did you hear any of that? It was so
No.
funny.
That's literally the bad part of live shows. They've got to figure this out. Like, I was so disappointed because she had this great entrance and then nothing. You know what I mean? I need to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I've seen people streaming it on their devices just to listen to the commentary.
Oh my God, that is a good idea. I think the Wi-Fi sometimes is really bad though.
Well, and then you're on a delay. And you're on delay. So Tony Storm, she was still pithy as fuck. And then of course after Deanna wins, she addressed Storm directly. So we know like Tony's got a big she's got a big target on her, right? I mean, everyone has to come for her. Otherwise, what are you doing here?
Right. And I had to explain that to my dad because he couldn't really see. He didn't want to stand up again. I was like, so she's yelling at her. They're planning a future match. Don't worry about it. You can sit.
I like giving someone the play-by-play. So one of the things I do, if you're at my house watching a TV show with me and then you leave and go to the bathroom, I will narrate the show to you while you are in the bathroom, but in all the most boring ways. I'll be like, okay, someone is in the ring. I don't know their name, but they're bald. And now they have taken an elbow drop on the outside curtain. Like,
that's so thoughtful of you though.
I enjoy it. Obviously, it's for my entertainment more than anyone else. But after that, we get Private Party versus Top Flight. So I think this was actually one of the most like energetic matches of the night amongst the boys. Because they're young. Everybody's like young and well rested. They just had a nap and an orange juice.
Well, I feel like Private Party is really happy to be back and just like enjoying every bit of this, which is awesome to see.
It's nice to see people who enjoy what they're doing.
Exactly. Yeah. I like them like opening the rope for them. We were all yelling shots. It was fun. Even my dad got into it.
Yes. And Private
Party.
He
stood up for Private Party, man.
Ooh, yeah. I know I'm skipping ahead, but does Dad do the Daniel Garcia dance?
He did not, but maybe by next time I can get him doing that.
Okay, that's a TikTok we will all watch.
I will, goal for next time.
But there was some controversy, I guess, because there was a top rope grab during the pin, and Private Party is celebrating, but Andrade is angry, and a Top Flight is angry, and so I guess they're just gonna fight again, right?
Yeah, we're fine with that.
Okay, yeah,
do over.
Yeah, do over. Yes. But then, I mean, the match, the AEW World Championship match between Samoa Joe and Hook.
Yes.
Which we referenced already earlier in the show. But Dad on commentary, Taz on commentary, like always give me a parent on commentary while their kid gets their ass kicked by
Was it
Samoa
amazing?
Joe.
What was he saying?
Well, he was spinning it. He was like, well, Hook looking strong here with the, the moves that Hook did were definitely noted. The spots that Hook did were noted. And like, he's so handsome, from
Did
Taz.
he really say that?
I think he might have. Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't know, Senator. But like Joe power bombed him onto the apron, and everybody, you could hear the whole crowd like, "Ooh!"
There were some harsh spots like that, man. Shit. Like into the table and stuff. Oh, Lord.
As a sadist, respect to Hook for taking the pain, taking the bumps. Like, honestly, a partner that you're playing with is no good if they can't take a nice, like, hit to the apron. For real.
Word.
Listen up, power bottoms. Train yourself. Train yourself by throwing yourself off the wrestling ring and into the apron. Then come
So,
see me.
do we classify Hook as a power bottom?
I mean, he got power bombed and power bottomed, my friends. Yes.
I'd say in this match, he definitely was.
Yeah, he did not end up on top, the very definition of the thing. So, yeah. Hook, the most devilishly handsome power bottom of this episode. But, Hook came out strong. He blew his load early. I feel like he was all energy at the beginning, and then Samoa Joe just worked him until you can't resist Samoa Joe eventually.
But as my dad would say, he picked him up once.
You did
So,
pick him up
it's a
once.
win.
And that's all it took. Hulk
It's a moral
Hogan,
victory.
That's right. Hulk Hogan wasn't over until he picked up Andre the
True.
Giant.
So is Hook over now? I feel like he was over already, to be honest.
He was over already. Like, we liked him already. He's tenacious.
How can you not like Hook? I mean, there's all that online chatter shit, but nah, we love Hook.
Oh, yeah. And so there was that moment that Joe slammed Hook into the announce table where Dad was sitting and took a victory lap. I didn't even know Samoa Joe could, like, do a victory lap.
I know.
Incredible.
Incredible. It was a fucking hell of a match for sure.
It was an incredible main event. As strong as this episode opened, it finished just as strong.
Damn right.
But do we want to rate this episode separately from Collision?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Oh yeah, especially since I haven't seen Collision. So.
Oh, that's right. Then we should rate this episode, and then all the rating of Collision will be left to Mistress Harley.
I trust your opinion.
Good.
And your maniacal laughing.
Yes, I've worked on it for years. What should our rating system be? Fans, we always pick out of 5, like power bottoms.
I feel like it should be okay. You know what? I had to have some kind of South Carolina messages on my chest, and this time it was Girls Gone Grits, which my best friend in Charleston picked out and actually wrote on my chest with way too much glee. Let's do bowls of grits because we were in fucking Charleston. I had so many grits.
Oh, I have never had a grit, and
oh my god, that's gonna change. Next time we do one in person, I'm bringing you a bowl of grits, man.
Yes, I want to go to Cracker Barrel together.
Yes, I love Cracker Barrel grits.
I've never been there either, so we should de-virginize me at the Cracker Barrel.
Oh my god, it's so happening. They used to sponsor AEW, so it's kind of appropriate.
Well, shit, bring it back, Cracker Barrel. Where the fuck are you?
Agreed, man. Now they have Squatty Potty.
No, AEW is better. So, in grits, this episode out of 5, Darcy and Dad, I want to know.
I would say my dad and I will both give it 5 bowls of grits.
I mean, you were there, so you had to feel the energy.
Exactly. Like, it may be biased, but in person, it was fucking phenomenal. So 5 bowls of grits for me. And my dad left fucking happy, and he is hard to please. So
yes,
it was awesome.
Yes, and it was a phenomenal episode. Like, there were no bathroom matches. There was no slow moment where I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get like an apple or something. No, it was just like, oh shit, are they doing that now? All right,
exactly. When the main event came up, I'm like, already? Fuck. Like, this went so fast.
Exactly. So that was hot. What about our awards?
Wait, what did you give it?
Oh shit, you're right. 4 because it's not a pay-per-view and no titles changed hands.
Okay, that's totally fair.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say that the Ghost gave it also 5 bowls of grits.
Okay. All right. So we're running an average of 4.75 for people who can do math in the
Wow, good for you.
Yes.
All right. So do you want to do awards for both at the end, or you want to do it here?
No, let's do it here because
Okay.
if you didn't watch Collision, like
But you
how
could
can?
include it,
No, we will include. We will.
Okay. All right. Then we will do I forgot.
You don't
John
you
Holmes, biggest dick of the week award. There you go.
Okay, biggest dick of the week has to be I mean Roderick Strong. Like the minute he got out of the wheelchair and walked again, he walked towards the biggest dick of the week.
Word. He has been a big dick ever since, man.
Yeah, maybe he's insecure. You agree?
Maybe.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go off book here, and I'm gonna give mine to someone that you guys can't know about. I'm gonna tell a little story. The biggest dick by far was the dumb ass bitch ticket taker at the fucking North Charleston Coliseum who knows who the fuck she is. And she was so fucking rude to me as soon as I got there about my chest message. And
Oh.
she laid into me, calling me all sorts of names. And I was very polite. And I won't even get to the whole story, but she was being so mean. And then I walked upstairs and came back down to get my dad. And her ass was still talking about it, like bragging about how mean she was to her coworkers. And I said, "You're still talking about this?" And I said something like, "Does it make you happy to be mean to random people who are just here to have like a good night? Like, are you getting off on this?" and shit like that. So no one that wrestled that night was a bigger dick than the fucking bitch ticket taker. So
Well, call out to the bitch ticket taker and also like be a fucking professional. Like
exactly.
you're at work. It's not your job to be mean to people who
And
come to the
judgmental,
show.
and reminded me why I moved away from Charleston, because there's a lot of judgmental ass bitches like that there, and LA is not like that. So freedom.
No,
No one
LA
in
is
LA has once talked shit about me for writing shit on my chest.
goddamn no. Everyone in LA is happy to see you and glad you're here. So,
Exactly. So that's
yeah.
my dick of the week.
All right. Well, that's a real solid dick of the week. Yes.
Okay, so on a happier note, who is our Dewey Riley hero of the week?
Mm. Who do you feel was heroic?
I am going to give it to Hook because he made my dad so freaking happy. And he just tried. He was like the little engine that could. As soon as he came out, my dad said he was shocked. He didn't know like the weight difference could happen. He's like, this little guy is going to take on this huge guy. Like, what is he thinking? And he's so impressed him. It's like he was very, very heroic for even daring to try and doing such a great job.
Yes, I was going to give it to Hook for a different reason, which is not a lot of people have the tenacity to get their ass kicked in front of their dad. Like,
Fair.
you have to be confident as fuck to be like, yes, Samoa Joe, beat the shit out of me in front of my own father. That's paying dues. You know, in
That's true.
wrestling, when someone comes up from the bottom real fast, a lot of wrestlers are like, oh, that guy didn't pay his dues, meaning he didn't get his ass kicked enough. I just watched Hook pay all of his dues right in front of me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no one can say that about Hook.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What else we got? The Ric Flair Fashion Award?
Wait, there's one more.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
Freddie versus Jason.
I
Match
mean,
or showdown of the week. It's got to be main event.
it does have to be the main event, like for
Yeah.
all the reasons we've already discussed.
And
Like,
let's not like we've harped on this just because it was so good, but the whole episode was just fucking dynamite, if you will.
ah, see what you did there. Yeah,
I did.
it was nonstop action, if as it were.
Okay.
Um,
Ric Flair, fashion icon of the week award.
I mean, I refuse to call him Kill Switch, but Luchasaurus is just like
He's definitely not Kill Switch.
no, you are dinosaur. You are proud. You represent the dinosaur people, which is not an oxymoron. Like, stay dinosaur. Remain Klingon.
Did they show the Don Callis cosplay dude on TV at all?
Maybe they did, but I didn't catch it. You know, some of those big pans of the crowd are fast.
Okay, so if he didn't, well, whether he did or not, to me, he's a fashion icon because he had it so down. It was so cute. And if you missed it, go to my Instagram stories, and I have a really good picture of him. He was adorable. No one can beat him that week.
Remind us, what is your Instagram handle, Darcy?
Diana Prince XO.
That's right. And go to those Instagram stories. I want to see anyone who's dedicated enough to wear a bald cap all night at a wrestling
Yes,
show.
and so happy to do it. He was adorable. He had a sign with like a screwdriver on it. It was cute. And
love
I know that
shit.
Don Callis is actually mad about it in true
Was
heel
he?
fashion. Yeah, he was like, people like me. I don't like that.
Ah, yes. Don't you know I'm the bad guy? You know,
Exactly.
I empathize with Don Callis. I have a lot of fans, and I'm like, don't you know that I'm bad? No, no.
Oh, you guys have to accept that people love you. It's okay.
No, everyone loves to love the bad guy. I know.
Sure.
All right. Do we have any other awards for that episode? I feel like
No, we covered it.
all right. And
Yay.
since we don't have to let guys talk, we can just move straight on to the collision of January 20th.
Real quick though, if you missed Rampage, it was a hell of an episode. Go back and watch it, especially opening match with Jericho. He was just fucking amazing. And once again, people were saying, "Oh, they fucking piped in. They shut up the crowd's boos." No, the crowd was fucking amazing. They were dying over Jericho. It's like, "Let's go, Jericho!" Like constantly.
Yes.
Like it was fucking. And my dad was so impressed because like he talked to him a little bit after, and he's like, he's not even out of breath.
Oh, look, haters are always going to hate. And if anything, the more haters someone has, the more their fans come out of the woodwork and are like doubling down and are like, fine, I'm going to buy 3 t-shirts.
Exactly. That's
That's
me right
what,
now. And that
that's
was me
what
with
always
Hangman
happens.
Page when he was getting hate. It's like, fuck yeah, that's me exactly. Like I will like promote the fuck out of anyone that I think is wrongly getting hate. In this case, it is so wrong. So yay, Charleston
Yes.
loves Jericho.
No, true story. I had so many haters piling on me, incels at one point. And it was when they were doing the thought audit, trying to like report cam girls for tax evasion or whatever. And I was like, no, what you're doing is a crime. Making a false report of a crime is a crime, you dumb bitches. And because of that, I ended up getting interviewed by Playboy and then got like 3 times as many fans. So thanks, haters. So that's awesome. I hope Jericho is experiencing the same, like, thanks, haters.
I hope so too, because I'm fucking sick of people
Oh my
doing this shit
God.
to him, man. It's ridiculous.
No,
Anyway,
haters gonna
watch
hate, hate,
Rampage.
hate.
It was great
Watch
all
Rampage.
around.
But Collision, January
All
20th.
right. You got to fill
St.
me
Louis.
in. Tell me what I
Okay.
missed.
All right. So we are in the St. Louis arena of some name I cannot say.
Wait,
It
because you
was
can't pronounce it?
no, because I don't remember things that are not on the West Coast. The best
Oh, gosh.
coast.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was the first return of Jon Moxley since
Oh,
losing the
wow.
Continental Classic at the World's End. And that like was the immediate open to the show. They're like, okay, well, here is 5 minutes of Jon Moxley walking through the crowd.
Oh my
I
God, always.
know
He takes so long.
everyone loves it, but it takes so long.
And
Like
you can't see where he is. Everybody's just turning around like, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? And
no, when I hear Wild Thing, that's when I go to the bathroom. 'Cause I'm
exactly.
like,
It's my bathroom break time for sure.
yes,
Like,
I
oh, let
know
me
I
go get
have,
a water real quick.
yeah, I have enough time to go get a water and come back, and Jon Moxley won't even be in the ring yet. It's just like The Undertaker.
Yes.
Um, so he had a match with Shane Taylor, and I don't know, it was like a lot of chops. Everybody loves chops to the moon. They're just like chops, chops, chops. But eventually Moxley got Taylor in a submission chokehold situation. But then okay, Darcy, you
Okay.
have just won a wrestling match. Do you take the mic and then tell me how mad you are? Because that's what Jon Moxley did. He,
He and I are very different people.
yeah. I mean, it was just kind of shitty. He was like, now that I've won this match, I am really pissed off and I'm not going to take any crap from anyone. Like, I'm sorry. Could you note on the time when Jon Moxley came out and was like, I take crap from everyone. I'm Jon Moxley. Like, when? When was this time?
So you're saying he was just redundant?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, like got you. Like nothing's changed basically.
Yes, nothing's changed. Get the mic away from Grandpa. He's just going to tell us about the Battle of the Bulge again. Like, for real. So, I mean, it was all right, but It was a strong open, but I'm not a big Moxley fan. Like, someone needs to get this man a sandwich and a job.
Yeah, ever since the time when he tricked the inner circle, that's when he lost
Yes.
me. I'll
Yes.
never forgive him for that shit.
He's a consistently inconsistent kind of guy,
Yes, he is.
He's that guy that's always playing World of Warcraft and is like, yeah, babe, I'm going to get a job in 2 weeks. And he never does.
Too
No.
fucking accurate, man.
I just call him like I see him. But then we immediately go from like angry Jon Moxley to the Copen. And
Ooh.
who answered the call of the Copen tonight? It was Dante Martin. And it was kind of cute because they had a little handshake beforehand. They're like, we will be sportsmanlike, but then spears and moonsaults and sunset flip power bombs and more spears. And Copeland retained. He continued to defend. But I like Dante Martin. He's like almost a luchador.
I like him too. I don't have
How do you feel about these dudes?
I love Adam Copeland. I can't help it. Like he's just fun. So like I'm always happy to see him wrestle. I know the Charleston crowd was a little disappointed he wasn't there, but he can't be there every week, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, people got to have days off,
Exactly. But Dante Martin is how many like let's just say screwdrivers right now would you rate that match by itself?
I mean, out of 5, like 3.5. 3.5.
Okay. That's kind of what I would expect, to be honest.
Martin is young. He's not quite seasoned yet, but I think he's got it. Whatever it is, he's got it. He needs more time in the oven.
I think he's someone to watch for sure.
Yeah. But after that match, we get Tony Schiavone in the ring talking to Adam Copeland. And Copeland is like, it gets harder and harder every week. And dude, you are getting older every week. I believe that. Aww. Your bones, your joints. I'm not even trying to be mean. I'm just being honest. Like,
but everybody's getting older every week. So it doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah, but his bones. Like, think about how long his bones have been
He's
wrestling.
just going to take some calcium. He'll be fine.
Yeah, but he pointed up. He was like, well, the kids have been stepping up, but where are the veterans stepping up? And I think the veterans are smarter. They're like, let the young, energetic people with all the cartilage left in their vertebrae
wear them down.
Adam. Yes, exactly. And then when he's like tired, that's when you come in.
That makes sense, actually. And I wonder if I can, like, every time I'm there and he does, I'm like, can I answer the challenge? And my dad actually asked me that. He's like, have you ever like thought of going up there? I'm like, yes, I have.
Oh my God.
Like, what would they do? Like, what can they do if I'm like, hey, I'm here?
I believe there have actually been lawsuits about professional wrestlers interacting with fans, because sometimes in the past fans have straight up attacked professional wrestlers. They've gotten in the ring, and so the courts
what if
always
I stand up and say hello?
Yeah,
nicely. I would like to take you on, sir.
Yes, well, the courts always rule that like you can't be held liable if you get in the ring. Like you asked for it, so why not? There's nothing to stop them from answering the Darcy the Mail Girl Open Challenge. Yes.
Noted.
Yes. You heard it here on the podcast. Where
when y'all see me, my high ass jump in the ring one day and be like, challenge answered.
Yes.
It's because Harley said it was okay.
That's right. Mistress Harley said it was fine for me to be stoned and answer the Copeland.
Yay!
Open.
Next time I go, man. Watch out, Adam Copeland. It's on.
Yes. In my favorite Oakland wrestling promotion, Hood Slam, had a take on the Steiner brothers called the Stoner Brothers, and they would come in the ring smoking fat blunts. And then sometimes they would like pause in the middle of a pin to like smoke a fat blunt. I fucking love the Stoner Brothers. Shout out to the Stoner Brothers. But yeah, incredible. Like, I love that shit. But so, he says he's going to get the TNT championship back from Cage. He's like, I'm going to get it. But, we'll see. They're going to fight. They're going to fight till the end of time.
I know, honestly. But like the way they did it was such a fucking tease. Like it's very unsatisfying. There definitely needs to be more to it.
It is unsatisfying, and I have to say, wrestling is guilty of too much of a good thing sometimes. I'm starting to get to this, like, I have seen you guys fight for the last
Aw.
20 years. Like, I need something different. I don't know what, but like something. I'm not saying retire, but just something I haven't seen before, maybe.
I think they'll figure something out. I think there's something there, kill switch. Something's gonna happen.
Okay, I want that. Like, give me a dinosaur proxy Cold War situation. Yeah,
There we go. That's all we
yeah,
need. That's all we're
I accept
asking
it.
for.
I accept it. After that, we get this promo from Bryan Danielson and your favorite, Claudio.
Boo.
Yeah, they are like, well, I was feeling fine until Eddie Kingston beat me. And Danielson is like, the best thing Eddie Kingston ever did in his career was beat me. Like, maybe you shouldn't point that out. Like, I don't
Yeah, is
know.
that supposed to be like a burn or something?
It was supposed to be a burn, but it was not really.
Yeah,
And
no, that's like bragging rights.
yeah, and then Claudio, like a 12-year-old, is like, yeah, and it's Ortiz's fault that I'm gonna beat him up because he's friends with Eddie Kingston. Like,
Mm,
very
okay.
schoolyard feels.
More proof that he sucks.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna go into it, but we get like a setup with Top Flight and Private Party for a match later.
Shots, shots, shots.
Shots. But then more importantly, the women's match,
All
Thunder
right.
Rosa versus Queen Aminata. And Thunder Rosa, again, she's on a winning streak. She defeated Aminata with pinfall. Oh my God, so many heavy forearms to the chest. Girl,
Ooh.
titty forearms. Have you taken a titty forearm?
I have. It's hurting me thinking about it.
Right? That hurts so bad. And so when I see other women taking the titty forearm, I'm like, damn, girl, you feel no pain.
And I just want to say, like, Queen is underrated. I don't really hear people talking about her much, but she fucking works her ass off.
She does work her ass off. I think it just everyone's happy to see Thunder Rosa back. And so there's like a little bit more of a tide for her right now, but that it's just kind of dimming Queen Eminata's shine, like a little bit,
Yeah.
but
Just for
only
now,
for now.
though. Watch her. Watch her for sure.
Exactly. Watch her. Yes, exactly. After the women's match, Ortiz and Kingston have an interview backstage and they shit talk Claudio and Brian. And it's like,
Yay.
yeah, so it's a little shit talking going on. Killing time with the shit talking.
Repping the people with the shit.
Yes.
talking.
Yes. Oh, but then we get a Bullet Club Gold promo where they do an homage to The Rock, where they're like, finally, the Bang Bang game has come back to Saturday night. And like, yes, I love The Rock. Everyone loves The Rock. Dwayne.
I don't love The Rock.
What?
I don't love The Rock. I'm sorry.
Controversial. Why don't you love the people's champion, the great one, the Brahma Bull, The Rock?
I just don't.
That is not an acceptable answer.
It's personal more than wrestling.
Shit, you have a personal gripe against The Rock?
I don't love The Rock. I'm sorry, man. You don't love
Oh
Orange
my
Cassidy. Let's just leave it
God.
at that. We don't
Okay.
like who we don't like.
Okay, I am going to get the dirt on this off the
the air.
microphone,
Yes.
and then I'm going to tell no one about it ever. But I love The Rock though.
Well, I'm glad you do.
I don't know
Good for
him
you.
personally though. Maybe he's an asshole.
Maybe.
Maybe. So anyway, Bullet Club Gold comes back. They feel like there's a different vibe back now that they're on Saturday night. But then they're like, something's missing. They go under the ring and they pull out a life-size cardboard standee of Juice Robinson.
No way. Oh my God.
Yes,
He is missing. Where the fuck is he?
Yeah, where is he? If you've seen
Is
Juice
he
Robinson,
hurt? What's going on?
Right, tweet at a awesome podcast.
Okay, you know what? I saw him backstage in Charleston, honestly. So, like, why is he not wrestling? Is he hurt? Do we know?
You need to get the journalistic
You're right.
backstage
I will try to find
angles
out
on
what's going
this.
on, which I
Yeah.
just hadn't thought about it. It's like, oh yeah, he has been gone for a minute.
I want you to corner him like,
What's
you
up,
know,
dude?
yeah, like put on your safari gear, like you're in camouflage waiting, and then jump out from behind one of those giant boxes and then really get him like, Juice, where have you been? Why aren't you in the ring? What the fuck, man?
I feel like
Like-
I'd be scared to scare him. I'm not jumping out of Juice Robinson.
Oh no, girl, let me tell you a secret of the universe. You're beautiful. It doesn't matter who you scare. They're never going to hurt you. They're going to be like,
Oh,
oh, hello.
well, thank you, but that's not true. Especially from
Ah.
him. I feel like he no, that's
Maybe
scary.
he's an asshole too. Okay. All right. Mistress
Oh.
Harley has found out that Juice Robinson
I
and
am
The
not
Box
saying
are
that
both-
at all. For the record, I have nothing against Juice Robinson. I
Oh
want
my
him
God.
back.
No, I'm making imaginary.
I'm just scared of him. He's a scary dude.
Okay, he's a large dude, like large, but I'm just making imaginary tea because it's fun.
Okay. Don't pin that tea on me. I ain't accepting that tea.
No, none of it is Darcy's tea. Tweet at
Okay.
me at TechDom, Mistress Harley. So then the Acclaimed come out.
Yay, scissors.
We don't get a rap. We don't get a rap, which I
What?
thought was lame. Yeah, I know.
Why?
It's probably because I rapped on the last podcast and Max
Oh, that
Caster
makes
was
sense.
like, shit, I can't even compete with Mistress Harley's freestyling.
Wait, really? Why? Did somebody interrupt them or something?
No, it just not at all. Just
What?
No.
Oh
Just,
no, that's
like,
not okay.
A limp dick in your pants. Yeah.
Wow.
So, Daddy Ass was there too, but they were like, we just want to congratulate you guys for being the ROH 6-man champions, but we're the trios champs. And then Caster is like, we should think about being a super group and how unstoppable they would be. And then bang, bang, scissor gang. It happened.
Yay!
Yes. It is the worst swingers party in the universe.
What? No, I am here for it. Let me go to the Bang Bang Scissor Gang swinger party.
Yes.
I'm in.
But I mean, think about it though. You show up at the swingers party, there's no women, it's all bottoms and only 2 tops. Like,
I mean, I'll watch. That's fine.
But I don't know. It was entertaining as fuck. Like, I
Yay.
really enjoyed it. And like, it was a historic moment, I felt. And then after that, we get Buddy Matthews, Daniel Garcia match. I will call Funny Pants versus Sexy Dance.
Ooh,
So
I like that.
Who do you think won Funny Pants versus Sexy Dance? Before I tell
All
you?
right, I'm gonna guess Funny Pants, even though I want Sexy Dance to be the winner.
No, it was in fact
Sexy Dance.
Yeah.
And FYI, if you guys aren't watching the video version of this, you are missing out. Harley is in rare form tonight and an amazing outfit, so go check that out on her YouTube.
That's right. And I also did the Daniel Garcia sexy dance.
Yes, she did. So do yourself a favor and check it out.
Yes. But immediately, I've talked about this before, we get a House of Black, like, dusty finish. The minute Garcia pinfalls Matthews, House of Black rushes the ring, and it's a big brawl, and security members and people of the roster all come out of the locker room trying to break things up, and it is once again pandemonium.
We love it.
Yes, if Gorilla Monsoon was still with us, he would say, it doesn't matter. It's pandemonium in the ring. Which was always my favorite ending to a wrestling match, was Gorilla Monsoon yelling, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter who won the belt or who won the match. It doesn't matter.
Oh, we should bring that back.
Yeah, bring it back in honor of the great Gorilla Monsoon.
There's a lot we can say that about.
That's true. So even after the House of Black finish, we get FTR and Daniel Garcia backstage, and Dax Hardwood, I'm saying his name like that forever, says that maybe next week they should have a 6-man elimination style tag match in a cage. What?
Ooh.
You guys know I love a fucking cage match. Put everyone in a cage.
Okay, the only thing I don't love about a cage match is it's really hard to see through sometimes when you're there in person.
That is true, but you get some of the physics of, like, you get people falling through cages and pinned up against the
It's true.
wall.
There's
and
good and bad, but there's sometimes it's just what's going on?
that's true. But then sometimes the Undertaker puts Mick Foley through the cage into the ring on the thumbtacks, and you will never forget it. So
That is very, very fair.
I'm just saying. So we'll see. Maybe we get a cage match next week. Maybe.
I bet
But
we will.
after that, we get a Roderick Strong versus Matt Slidell, the Frog, as I have dubbed him since he came without a gimmick. And he does a lot of like RVD move sets, like frog splashes and shit. But Strong defeated Slidell pretty easily via pinfall. But it's like all Roderick Strong heel energy. So much heel energy. He's just building that big dick energy. Like, spoiler alert.
What are we spoiling? That he has a big dick?
No, that it's like big, dick energy.
Okay.
This is where grammar is so important. It's not big dick, energy. Yeah. Anyway.
Punctuation counts.
Punctuation matters. But after this match, we get the main event. And this was a so solid main event. And I think, of course, you'll love the outcome.
Yeah,
Bryan
what is it?
Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli defeat Eddie Kingston and Ortiz. Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes.
They defeat them?
Danielson.
Why do I love that?
No, you don't. It was sarcasm. my
Oh,
girl.
okay.
My love. It was
You
sarcasm.
got me excited. I'm like, wait, no, that's the opposite.
Oh my God. You're like the dog that when I take to the vet, I'm like, we're going for a walk. We're going for a walk. And then we get to the vet and I'm like, welcome to the vet.
I'm very much that dog, yeah.
Oh my
Boo,
God.
I'm glad I missed this episode.
Yeah. I mean, you could watch it and just skip the end.
Oh, trust that I will.
Yeah. But Danielson talked some trash after the match and was like, you guys won't hold the titles for long. And then Danielson spat in his face. And Mistress Harley, and I'm the only one allowed to do the spitting. That is disgusting. Like, if anybody else is spitting, no. If I'm spitting, yes.
I will say that crowds generally are grossed out by that more than just about anything. Like, that's just too far.
Well, I think after COVID, we all think about
I think so too.
Stuff being airborne and your human spit and how gross it is. And then we all remember Dustin Hoffman and Outbreak. And yeah, it's like a slippery slope of.
But I feel like
association.
blood should be equally, has contagious shit in it, right?
That is true, but there's something about the smell of human blood that must excite like our ancient and primordial instincts for combat.
Oh, it could be onto something there.
Yeah, that's why I don't like men spitting at each other, but I love them bleeding on each other. Yes.
All right.
Yes. Okay. So we have to figure out our rating system for this episode. I feel like bang bang scissor gangs.
Just the gangs in general.
Yeah,
The whole gang.
Number of gangs.
Okay.
Due to the historic combination of the Bang Bang Scissor Gang, I'm going to rate this episode 4.5 gangs.
All right. Having not seen it, but knowing that Claudio won, I'm going to give it 0.
Oh, why does everyone else have to suffer just because Claudio won?
Because I didn't see it, so I'm only basing it on that, and fuck that. I don't like this news.
Okay, you know what? That's fair. Some people are single issues voters.
If I watch it, exactly. I'm being that right now. When I watch it, I might change my mind. I'm sure it won't be 0.
Yes.
But right now, single issue voting is what you're getting.
Hey, it happens. All right, so then I guess you're also going to give Claudio the dick of the week.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's predictable.
I mean, I am going by having not seen it, so but I can't imagine anyone's a bigger dick than Claudio.
I mean, I'm trying to.
Were there any evil ticket takers in that arena? If there were, I'll give it to them.
I don't know. I was just gonna give it to Roderick Strong again, just because I feel like he is building.
Well, he
energy.
did have a whole
Like,
big dick conversation about him. So it seems
yeah, like
fitting.
he's trying. He's trying to win the biggest dick, so I'm gonna give it to him.
Good for
Huh?
you, Roderick
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah. Okay. What do we have next? Hero of the week?
Yeah.
I want to give it to both women, Thunder Rosa and Queen Aminata, for taking
Yay.
so many titty chops. Ladies,
Ooh.
my respect to you.
Having not seen it, I'm going to assume that's correct because titty chops are no joke. So, yay.
No fucking joke.
Ladies, titty
Yes.
chops.
Titty chops. The Freddy versus Jason showdown for this episode. Oh, I mean, I
Or
don't
a
know.
match.
Which one?
Or a match.
Or match.
Whatever stood out to you.
I mean, it was gonna be Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli. I know you don't
Yeah.
like it, but it
It's
was
fine.
solid.
I will admit, once in a while, they put on a good match. So it's possible.
I mean, and just remember, in wrestling, it's important to have someone to hate because you gotta want someone to lose. You can't love everyone.
That's true. It is hard when I do love both people involved. It's just like, yay, do good
Yes.
wrestling.
Yes. And then I would give the Ric Flair Fashion Award to, again, Bang Bang Scissor Gang. There's so many men so flagrantly dressed like the dandies of their time. And I love it. More
So
men
just
should start wearing pink and scissoring. Yes.
all of them
Yes.
get the award.
Yes.
All right. That's cool. Good fashion, y'all.
Yeah, that's the swingers party again. Like, everyone is trying so hard.
That's true. I mean, you're trying to, attract some people there.
That's
So good
right.
for y'all.
That's right. Well, it is time, I know, sadly, to wrap up the episode. Should we cut a promo?
Sure.
Okay. This week, I'm going to cut my promo in the style of Abaddon. Darcy,
Ooh.
you might want to plug your ears. Listeners, you might want to turn down the volume in 3, 2, 1. Ah! MistressHarley.com. Darcy.
That was great. Oh my God, I can't compete with that. Give me somebody to do.
In Tony Storm, darling.
Okay, darling. I'll just say darling a lot. Darling. Oh, I can't even do it. Just watch the last drive-in Valentine's special is coming out February 9th. Double feature. Watch that, and I will be on the Jericho cruise next week. So if you see me, scissor me.
Yeah.
I'll try to get some clips from there for the sound bites or something for the Awesome Pod. So
Yes, lots of scissoring and lots of clips. I
so
love
much
that.
scissoring. I was scissoring people in Charleston. My dad's like, "What is going on?"
Yes. Okay, maybe you're not allowed to say, but I saw on the internet that one of the movies for the Valentine's special was Cemetery Man. Is that true? Can you say?
No, I already said
Oh.
no. That's not true. People just make
Oh, bummer.
much
Actually,
like in wrestling, people make shit up, and it's
they
a
make
lie.
shit up. Well, I just saw an original print of that at the Alamo Draft House, and it's such an incredible movie. So I was kind of hoping, but fair. I know you can't tell us the things you're not allowed to
I
tell.
like both movies a lot. That's all. That's what I can say. And one is not Cemetery Man.
Okay, well, we will have to watch to find out. How exciting. Well, this was Girly Night of the Awesome Podcast. You can tweet at us at Awesome Pod. We're on all the social medias. You can hashtag us Awesome Pod. I'm Mistress Harley. She is Darcy the Mail Girl, and we are not like other podcasts. Do we do Namaste W?
Yay, you did it right.
Hooray!
Namaste AEW, Mistress Harley.
Oh, Namaste AW, Darcy the Mail Girl.
Yay.